Next on Worcester News Tonight, meeting a demand in central Massachusetts. A new facility will offer medical services for veterans. Plus, shops across the state are suing to stop a 4-month ban on vaping. One Worcester shop says they are watching the suit closely. Good evening and thanks for joining us. I'm Olivia Lemon. A quiet start to the work week with clear skies and cooler temperatures, but will it stick around? Let's get a first look at our local forecast for more.
Yeah, it was pretty nice today, but even with the sunshine, we only managed the lower 60s, but better than what's going on in Lake Superior. Severe storms in Montana, cleaning up from a record early deep snow, more than 3 feet. These waves of energy last week we thought were going to stay north of us, allowing for a warm up, but now the forecast is for the energy to curve down and through. Tomorrow's still that transition day, starting off on the chilly side. It's jacket weather tonight and waking up to 50 to 55. It's kind of drizzling and some fog. Chilly start. Doesn't warm up very quickly, but there is going to be a shower or two that continues through about mid-morning. And then the wind is going to pick up from the south. Temperature's going to jump to 70 degrees a lot of spots. Turns into a fairly nice afternoon, although it's kind of windy. But then the front's going to come back south, and it's going to end up raining again by Wednesday. And instead of being in the 80s like we may have thought a few days ago, temperature's actually going to fall through the 60s during Wednesday. Thursday looks cold, but there is promising news in the weekend forecast on the way.
A big announcement for area veterans today. A new clinic is opening. It will help improve service for patients in need. The Veterans Administration says the partnership with UMass Medical School will provide more space and medical attention. Our Erin Keating was at today's announcement. She joins us now with more. Erin.
Olivia, Lieutenant Governor Karen Polito says the long trip to Boston could make or break whether or not veterans have access to health care. And so for doctors and educators at UMass Medical School, a new VA outpatient clinic in Worcester is a long time coming.
As a physician and surgeon, I can tell you firsthand what a privilege it was and is for me caring for sailors, Marines, and their families.
Dr. Ann Larkin served 2 years of active duty as a ship surgeon on an aircraft carrier. She says her time in the Navy allowed her to experience the unique medical needs of veterans, and a new VA outpatient clinic will allow UMass medical students to have a similar experience.
If all of them get a veteran's experience in some capacity, that's going to change, essentially, for all intents and purposes, how they practice medicine for the rest of their careers.
UMass Medical School announced Tuesday the newest partnership between the school and the Veterans Administration. A 53,000 square foot outpatient clinic will be located next to the school and includes state-of-the-art medical features, such as a clinical lab and a pharmacy. Chancellor Dr. Michael Collins says the project will put the school ahead in terms of healthcare and education.
The fact that it's on a medical school campus in and of itself represents that it's at the leading edge of both healthcare education, research, and clinical care.
Lieutenant Governor Karen Polito says the Worcester Clinic will allow veterans increased access to the medical care they deserve.
So when they return home and to their families, to make sure that they get the services they need to be well and healthy and live a supported life here in the Commonwealth is important.
The clinic will focus on the physical wellness and mental health of veterans. Larkin says it will revolutionize both care for veterans and education for the residents.
So as an educator, as a surgeon, and most of all as a veteran, I look forward to it with immense anticipation and excitement, both for our medical school and for our broader community.
Construction will begin later this year. The clinic is set to open in 2021. In Worcester, Erin Keating, Worcester News Tonight.
A Florida woman is charged with motor vehicle homicide in a July motorcycle accident. 67-year-old Glenna Barrows is facing multiple charges, including motor vehicle homicide by negligent driving and failure to yield at an intersection. Prosecutors say she hit and killed 63-year-old Thomas Malone on Southbridge Street in Auburn. The Worcester man was hit and thrown from his motorcycle on July 14th. He died 2 days later from his injuries. Barrows is due back in court next month. New numbers show higher cancellation rates at Worcester Regional Airport when compared to the national average. According to the Telegram, about 2% of all scheduled commercial flights in the U.S. were canceled in the first 7 months of 2019. But over a similar time frame, the Worcester Regional Airport reported cancellations at about 5%. The data only includes American Airlines and JetBlue service out of Worcester. American canceled significantly more flights than JetBlue. Data for both airlines shows extreme weather was one of the main reasons for the cancellations. Several vape shops are planning a federal lawsuit against Governor Baker's ban. In Worcester, one business still open says it may be too late to join, but they are watching the lawsuit closely. Our Chandler Walsh joins us live now to explain. Chandler.
Olivia, according to state health officials, they're confirming there have been 10 cases of vaping-related illnesses in Massachusetts as of today. According to the CDC's most recent numbers, there have been more than 800 vaping-related illnesses and 12 deaths nationally. But vape shops, upset by the ban on sales, are taking action. The shelves are bare at Vaporize in Worcester. They say the state's 4-month ban on sales of vaping products is hurting them.
I think we'll be able to survive, but it's going to be very hard, especially during our busiest season, which would be the holidays.
Co-owner Adrian Pelka hopes the ban is cut short, and he's not the only one. A group of shops are suing the Baker administration, saying the ban is unconstitutional and their vape products were deemed safe by the FDA. Vaporize says they'd consider taking action as well, but worry it's too late.
We all know how the legal system works and how long it takes to get the ball rolling, and I think by that time it's going to be too late, you know what I mean, for some of these other shops that aren't able to survive the 4 months.
Mike Sharp quit smoking cigarettes last September so his wife, who has terminal cancer, could breathe easier.
It was really, really hard. But that vape kept me through it. I finally got through it.
Vaping is what allowed the 25-year smoker to quit, and he says he's worried other people in his situation may go back.
They're hurting our economy. They're hurting people that used to be smokers that are quit. They're hurting a lot of people.
Worcester's Department of Public Health hopes the ban will allow state and federal leaders to determine what's causing the recent vaping-related illnesses and deaths.
If we are helping them save their health, it would be worth all of the anger and outrage that we've been getting at the Department of Public Health.
Vaporize also sells CBD products, so it's still open. Pelka says he's concerned customers will turn to the black market.
As the supplies dwindle down, they're going to end up buying, homemade stuff that your neighbor made in an unsanitary area.
Vaporize says the culprit in this outbreak seems to be unregulated black market THC products. Now, the CDC says their latest findings also suggest THC products play a role. They say 77% of people in the outbreak reported using them. In Worcester, Chandler Walsh, Worcester News Tonight.
A Millbury laundromat is offering more than just clean clothes. Sudz City has opened a food pantry inside the business. Owner David Delaney says his goal is to make sure no one ever goes hungry. He relies on community donations, and the pantry is open to anyone.
We have an open shelf pantry, which means you just come in, take what you need, and leave the rest for the next family.
And the pantry is open every day from 6 a.m. to 11 p.m. A Southborough woman is launching a business aimed at meeting a demand she saw while trying to start her own. Catherine Rose worked on Wall Street, published 9 books on business, and is now raising a family. Her new company uses her experiences to help others.
Typically, we're talking with women because we know that they have specific, unique challenges.
In an effort to help women start or improve their own business, Catherine Rose started WiseHer.
Women typically have challenges in 4 main areas: business planning, HR, sales and marketing, and funding. And so those are the types of buckets of expertise that we provide.
The former Wall Street executive moved back to central Massachusetts after seeing a demand for affordable business consultations. She runs WiseHer with two co-founders, offering what they call on-demand expert advice in business, career, and life.
How can we help them move the needle? What can we do to help them get over to that next level and become more profitable faster?
We have cultivated an incredible group of experts who have been there and done that. They have expertise that's highly honed and very actionable.
Either 30 or 60-minute phone calls are available for customers, women or men. Rose says the calls are less expensive and time-consuming than taking a course.
Really pinpoint, narrow in, hyper-focus on your specific challenge with this expert, get the information that you need, and move on with your life.
Rose says a portion of the profit from phone calls will also help provide grants to women entrepreneurs and business owners.
We not only help by presenting them with the advice and the guidance that they need, but also with some of the funding that they might need.